Hey there, how are you? This is Amanda Kopeski, Holistic Health Coach, and I help women with chronic back conditions like scoliosis, spinal stenosis, degenerative disc disease, take better care of their backs so that they can move with less pain, be more active with their family, and work more productively. And today I wanted to talk to you about the most important question you should be asking if you have a chronic back condition like scoliosis, like I do, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, or anything similar. So, when you are diagnosed with something like that, whether it's for the first time or this is something you've known about for a while, I know how frustrating it can be because oftentimes you're not really getting answers. You're just basically told that it is what it is. This is something you're going to have to live with. And a lot of times, some of the options that you're presented with maybe be like not exactly what you're hoping for. So maybe it's surgery, maybe you're handed a paper for pain medication, maybe it's recommended to get a shot just to kind of numb the pain. Again, a lot of times it can be frustrating, so you feel like a lot of it is out of your hands. And again, oftentimes you're told that there's not much you can do, which is true. But the number one question that you should be asking yourself, and keynote is yourself, of course, obviously have appropriate conversations with your doctor, but the most important question you should be asking is, how can I take better care of my back? So, which may seem a little bit funny because if you're just told that, there is no cure, it's something you're going to have to learn to live with, and it is what it is. So, why am I asking myself, well, what can I do? But I think it's a really important question. So, if you think of it this way, imagine you're in your car, and you're driving down the highway, and all of a sudden a light goes on that one of your tires is low on air pressure. So, what would you do? Do you just keep driving and ignore it? Or chances are at the next opportunity that you have, you're going to pull over and fill up that tire with air. And so you're going to take care of it. And while you're at it, you're probably going to check the pressure on the other three tires as well. So same thing goes, like regardless of what your diagnosis is, even if it is something that's it doesn't have a cure, it's something you're going to have to live with, that means you should pay even more attention to how you can take care of it. So how can you take care of your back in particular? What are some other adjustments in your life that you can make to better support it? Okay, so it's kind of like that idea of nature versus nurture. So are we the way we are because of our DNA, our genetics, or does our environment and the things around us kind of shape who we are and, just kind of the health outcomes that we have? And usually the answer is it's not just one or the other. Usually there's a combination of both of them. So especially when you're dealing with something that you can't control, like for example, I have scoliosis. So basically my spine is in the shape of an S, side to side, and along with that, each of my vertebrae, rather than sitting kind of like this, they're rotated as well. So with scoliosis, it's something that progressively gets worse as you age. So it's likely that my curve is going to increase and that rotation might increase as well. So there's not much I can do to change it. But again, it makes it even more important that everything that I can control, that I do have under control. And I'm being super proactive and super careful about it. So again, ask yourself, how can I take better care of my back if you have one of these conditions? And it's okay if you don't know right now, like that's totally fine. But just go about your day just asking yourself that question, and you might find that the answers are a little bit more obvious or may appear to you. So maybe you spend more time sitting than you need to if your job is particularly sedentary. Or maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you're one that is just going to like keep pushing through your to-do list or tasks that you need to get done, even if it results in you being in a lot of pain or ended up on the heating pad for the night. So in the first case, like, can you stand up? Can you move a little bit more? Or can you allow yourself to take some breaks and recover and not push through past your limitations? I think if you start looking at it through this angle, like obviously there's the exercise and the movement, your nutrition, how you manage your weight, how much stress you're under, Are you getting good quality of sleep? You'll find that you have a lot more control than you may realize. All right, so start asking yourself this question and see what comes up with you throughout the day. I think there's a big difference in those who take this proactive approach and focusing on everything that they can control. You're going to have a lot more success versus, when you're sitting in that doctor's office and you get that diagnosis of just accepting it and, just kind of throwing up your hands like there's nothing that you can do. But again, if you can take control of these, make sure you're covering all your bases. That's the difference between success and struggling with the condition. Okay, and success can look like moving with very limited pain. I have days where, I would forget, if I didn't do this and this wasn't my focus of my coaching, I would forget I was even diagnosed with this at all. So again, it's the difference between being able to function normally, being able to run around and play with your kids or keep up with your family or just work more productively, and also not have that fear and anxiety of the pain kind of constantly holding over your head. All right, so think about that as you move throughout your day. Just a reminder too, I do have a free gift for everyone. I have a 7-minute meditation for back pain relief that will help you relieve some muscle tension, get a little bit of relaxation in there as well. You can grab that at amandakopaski.com/meditation. Again, it's a free 7-minute meditation for back pain relief. You can find it at amandakopaski.com/meditation. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.